Hello.
Welcome to the Monday, Cause It's Monday podcast, number
right.
15.
15.
Live
right.
and ready on your device today.
That's right. That's correct.
It's on a Monday.
It is on a Monday.
And we're simplifying the video so that it's not so hard on Jimmy.
That's right. That's correct.
Because Jimmy got an attitude last time.
He did. He said, I can't do this and I can't work under these conditions.
That's
so
right.
Go fuck yourself.
Listen, I told you that we shouldn't have put him in that hot shed in the middle of August. But,
No.
I can't, I can only do what I can do.
Listen, he's not equipped to sweat, just like I'm not. So that's what happens.
Right. Well, I thought
So now we have a white shot.
That's right.
So, one shot, one kill, they say.
That's right. So,
that's all we can do.
This time, though we've stated it many times before, there should be video this time.
That's correct. We're still learning.
Turd time is a charm. I shouldn't have said that right into the mic like that.
No.
Turd time is a charm. That way you don't hear the
That's correct.
No.
It's
tingy. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right. I'm
just all right.
Well, I'm a little baked, a little crispy fried.
I mean, not with the edibles and the whatnot.
No, I wish though.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Hot Florida sun baked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which further reiterates the fact that I should not, therefore, not be driving a motorcycle in the hot sun. It's not good. That's why I want to ride during certain months. So therefore, I don't sweat my balls off.
Listen, I have gotten sunburnt maybe twice in my life. Maybe. I'm turning my phone down that you can see.
That's because you wear a lot of sunscreen.
I do not, though. I didn't start wearing sunscreen until I moved in with my special lady friend here, and she said, you should wear sunscreen. Because she believes that I'm going to get burnt, and I tell her I don't burn. I just don't. I mean, you
don't burn, and the beans don't burn.
Well, they don't. But listen, when I was a kid, I used to go outside during the summertime, and I would play outside so much that I would start looking like this.
Uh-huh.
You can see it on camera.
That's right.
Right?
But
I didn't burn.
No, but that's because you naturally have olive skin.
Mm-hmm.
And plus you got a face that looks like you might know a little Spanish. So
You're triggering me.
Oh no. That's not even right.
No, listen.
You have the luxury of that.
You would think I'd be a little more down with wearing sunscreen because I have a cousin that's has always wanted to move here but can't.
Right.
Because she would have skin cancer in a week.
She's almost translucent.
Right.
So she's been up north
right.
for so long that the skin's white.
Right.
Which is when I first came down here, first few years, it was like that. I'd be in the sun for...
I'm a lobster.
Look at me there. For, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, nope, can't do it.
But just wait till that turns into a nice brown hue.
Right. What's happening is I'm not turning so much as brown hue. I'm turning so much as bald hue because it's killing me.
Is it?
Yeah. That wearing hats forever. Now I have I'm close to getting the Phil Collins, but I'm getting more of the...
Well, I'm hoping for Phil Collins.
I mean...
I know you're a drummer guy.
I mean, I that would work perfect for me.
Not a little drummer boy, but a drummer guy.
That's right.
Speaking of which, I watched this morning because I got up at 4:15.
I mean, I don't know why, but okay.
To work out. Starting a new trend this week.
New trend?
Yeah. 4:15, I got up and worked out.
My God.
I did. And I fell flat on my face on the treadmill because the belt's not tight enough on the treadmill. So, I mean, it's tight enough for my girlfriend's 100 and small butt, but not my...
Literally fell flat on your face.
I put on my expensive walking shoes, and that's right, and I started taking some, some energy drink and getting ready to go with the pre-workout in it. Right. And I was going to lift weights afterwards. But when you take the wrong step, I don't know if I was stepping too far, but I would step and the belt would stop.
Oh, no.
And then I'd look down going, what? And then it would move.
Oh, no.
So then I have a stumble step, and it's only a matter of time before the stumble step catches up to you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Was this caught on any of the cameras outside?
No, thank God.
Damn it.
Thank God, because I checked. Because coincidentally, I was like, that'd be good for the show. But coincidentally, it was blocked by the car seat that was in there.
Damn it.
Yeah.
That would have been some extra bonus footage.
Yeah. Fail Army #1. So after that happened, I said I should probably sit down.
Yeah.
And we have the TV outside, so it was like I didn't get very far. I got like 15 minutes in, and that happened. So all right.
It kind of deflates your whole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work out and do something.
My inner voice went, "Sit down, fat man. Sit down. You're gonna hurt yourself." So I sit down and I turn on the Netflix, and what is the name of that show called? Man, it's like Tag Me In, or but it's about drummers.
Ooh.
And there's like the drummer from like Santana is on there, a woman.
Oye, ¿cómo va?
Yeah.
Right.
And one of the Foo Fighters.
Well,
Red Hot Chili Peppers, dude.
R.I.P.,
the guy who played for the Police.
Ooh, Stuart Copeland.
Of course, they were mentioning guys like John Bonham and that kind of thing.
He's one of the goats.
Right. But it was like the origin of like metal drumming. They started talking about that and how it came from like the jazz players and whatnot. Yep. And they were talking about the guy from the Who, from the Rolling Stones, and how he basically took his style of playing was to take like a normal beat anybody would play,
right.
And leave a beat out.
Yep.
So he would skip a beat and then come back to the beat and skip a beat and come back to the beat, and that's what gave them their
you
kind of sideways sound. You can kind of
tell on the song. I met a
Symphony of a Devil is the one they were playing.
City.
Yeah,
you can tell it's tuned.
Yep.
Tuned.
And he misses a beat.
Yeah, it's where it should be tuned.
Yeah,
where he skips. You could tell in that, and it works great. It's Honky Tonk Women.
Right, Honky Tonk Women. Yeah.
So that's a version.
It's about an hour-long show.
Ooh, I gotta watch this.
Yeah. I mean, if you need something to watch tonight, and dude, I mean, lot of very. I mean, the one girl, she looks kind of like Pink, and she's very pretty.
Yeah,
and she came up on stage and she's talking about how she filled in for Motley Crue for 6 months.
Yeah. Yep.
And
for Tommy Lee.
Yeah, for Tommy Lee. Yeah. And people were not wanting to come to see the show because she was there instead of Tommy Lee, but then they watched her on stage and went, holy shit,
right,
this woman's a badass. Yeah. And the show ends with the drummer from Santana and Lenny Kravitz's drummer, that same girl, Bud. Same girl, Bud. Yeah. Yeah. The drummer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, some random dude, I forgot, I didn't catch his name, but he would play, like in the show, he was playing all like the Who shit. When they would talk about the Who and the beats and stuff, he would play it. And another female, they all list the bands that they're in, but I'm horrible with memory.
Yeah.
And they're all playing like the drummer from Santana would start playing a beat and then start playing a fill. And then the Red Hot Chili Peppers guy would come in on the back beat and then start his own beat and then play his fill when she would stop. And then they would just go around the room.
That's kind of cool.
And then they all would get up and play each other's drum sets.
Yeah.
And then they started talking about this guy called the Drum Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a dude, I guess he's in LA, but he rents drum sets.
Ooh.
Because I guess each drum set has a unique sound and a unique tuning. And he said he started his business with 6 drum sets and 4 sets of cymbals in the early 80s.
Yeah.
And now he's got a warehouse the size of, where we work, full of drum sets. And you just walk around, pick out the one you like, and then he'll tune it the way you want to tune it.
Yeah.
And then he'll come to where when he rents it and brings it to you and sets it up, he'll final tune it to that studio.
Yeah.
Because the girl, the girl, I can't remember the name of the band she was in, is going to him to get a set, and she's like, I'm kind of fucking intimidated. I mean, these people that I'm playing with are very successful people, and I don't really have, the drum set I want to play in this scenario. So that's why he went to her, or she went to him. Right. And he's like, look, dude, you're good. And so she picked out a drum set, and from the snares to the hi-hats to the whatevers, and dude, it was like a drum jam session at the end.
That's cool. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, and dude, very very cool. And I'm like, the whole time I'm sitting here watching, I'm like, Steven would fucking veg out on this shit.
Yeah,
I mean, because of all the famous guys. I mean, all the way, like the drummer from the Clash was in there, and so they start from the early 50s. like jazz.
I'm sure they mentioned Buddy Rich.
Yeah. They move into the early like Beatles, that kind of shit, and then they move into like the Zeppelin era and the Who, and then all the way to the 80s.
Which, by the way, Paul McCartney, better drummer than Ringo Starr.
Right,
that's a fact.
Right. So, in fact, the one dude was McCartney's drummer in there. It says Paul McCartney on the band that he played in. Anyway, so. But then they moved into the actual 80s when they had the drum machine.
Yeah.
And they talk about the drum machine and how to use it and the sound of it and why they used it. And then how there was kind of a want for real rhythm and real instrument again coming out of, the 80s and into the 90s, because then they go into like
pretty
the
much
Nirvanas
used
and
the drum machine as a backfill or a backdrop.
Well, no, the guy when he was talking about it, he's like, "This is the blah 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 drum machine,"
right?
And he's like, "You basically press record, you start your cymbals, and he said, and then that would play without pressing anything else, and then he goes, okay, now we get your tom and your snare, and the bass, and he would use 3 fingers, and then it was basically the beat to some 80s. Oh God, was it? The video is a woman with short hair. She's got this, and they're driving in a car, and it's raining, and anyway. It's a famous 80s song. You would know it as soon as you heard it.
I mean, I
think it's "Don't You Want Me, Baby."
Don't you want me?
Yeah,
baby.
but it was that exact beat that he was doing, and it took him 4 seconds to make it.
Yeah.
Right, and then that was the.
Which they got a little too crazy in the 80s with the drum beats and the synthesizers, and it's a unique. It's the 80s.
That's right.
When 70s was a lot of. Mono and then stereo, and then because you can hear it in your headphones, and a lot of open-aired drumming. It wasn't tight. It wasn't. It was there was an echo, which is why John Bonham was great because he created that without no processing.
Right.
When they do when the levee breaks, they were in a fucking castle, and he was in the foyer, and the foyer was huge.
Right. Yeah. They set up the recording.
And then. That plus the reverberation of it, plus the sound. I mean, you got that big fucking sound.
But they said the reason why he is so unique, John Bonham, is because him and Page joined the band at the exact same time.
Yep.
And they were 19. Yep. And they hit the stage as full accomplished musicians. Yep. Like they had everything you needed.
Yep.
At
Self-taught,
19.
by the way. Self-fucking taught.
Right.
Yep.
At 19.
Yep. And the way he played was loud and brash, but on beat, and the fills were you just couldn't replicate the fills, man.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yep.
And then the guy from the Who, which is I'm gonna say Pete Best. But it's not.
No,
it's
he did. They talked about him.
Yeah.
Because he would get off stage and go to his hotel room.
Yeah.
Every hotel room, that was his thing.
And or the drum set.
Yeah, and
sometimes.
Well, he would do the drum set, then get off stage, go tear up the hotel room, and then maybe the next day when they got on the plane, they would get a call saying, "Hey, who put the Rolls Royce in the pool?"
That's right,
and that was him.
Yeah.
Right?
He was just his style of drumming was just as hard and fast as you can just fucking imagine.
Keith Moon.
That's right.
Keith Moon.
Yep.
And then it was Kenny Jones from 78 to 88.
Yeah.
And then Doug Stainham.
Yeah.
From 62 to 64.
Yeah. Once Pete Townsend and it was them. It was Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, and
Yep. Obviously, famous for having the loudest concert The Who.
Yes.
Ever recorded.
Yeah. Yeah. The Who, and I think it's AC/DC right behind them, which is they're known to get
I
the
think
decibels.
Metallica. I think.
Yeah.
But Metallica was shooting for it when they did it, because I mean, why wouldn't you? You got every other record.
Yeah. So I love that shit. I love the way
we were talking about the four the other time, and you said Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera.
Yeah.
You forgot about Anthrax.
No, I said Anthrax. I did say
Anthrax.
Pantera.
Yeah,
I forgot.
That was the final four. Yeah. Been watching a lot of rock and roll lately.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with rock and roll.
Getting back to my roots. Maybe that's why I'm so agitated lately, because I went from listening to country, and apparently something would come on, and then I watch a documentary on Woodstock '99, and I'm like, wow, Korn, I used to listen to them.
That's right.
Limp Bizkit, I used to listen to them. Chili Peppers, he's playing with his actual dick out. I used to listen to them.
I mean, they had a sock on it, but whatever.
Not on stage. No. I mean, just more protection than a bass. You know what I'm saying? And then so I started listening to that, and then documentaries on Metallica and documentaries on this. Dude, now I also noticed that in that genre, I think it's called Play Me In. I think I'll look it up here while I'm talking, but there's a whole genre on music now.
Yeah,
and documentaries on music and all that. Which, listen, did you know? I learned this morning. Did you know that Aerosmith made more money off of? Oh man, now my mind just went blank. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Is this a specific
record?
Off of Guitar Hero than they did on any of their music combined.
That doesn't seem right.
That's right.
I mean,
and it's right because it's from Listen.
Oh, I figured they would have made a lot of money off of just the movie Armageddon for that one song. I think that was the one that went number one.
I don't think so. I think they did it so his daughter would be in the movie. See?
Well, yeah. I mean, God bless that, though. Everybody, and I do mean everybody, as far as the guys go, would love to take animal crackers and do the old.
Yeah, it's called Count Me In.
I'm going to.
It's called Count Me In.
I mean.
I'm going to find some shit on this here.
I mean,
so I can give you some.
Sure.
Yeah. Count Me In. Let's look at the info. Documentary features some of rock's greatest drummers as they come together and an inspiring rhythmic journey about the power of human connection. I mean, It sounds wozy and all, but
that's right.
Here's the girl. I don't know what band she played in, but that's like the girl who was picking out the drums.
She's probably from a newer band. Yeah, because I've never seen her before.
Yeah. But she's good.
Yeah.
You watch her play, she's good.
Yeah.
But the funny thing to me is they didn't talk about anybody from the 80s.
Well,
they didn't talk about.
It's a little snobby, is what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is they didn't talk about Def Leppard's drummer. They didn't talk about Whitesnake's drummer. They didn't talk about nobody's drummer from the 80s.
I mean, anybody's. You have to talk about Def Leppard's drummer.
Except for punk rock.
Yeah, but you have
at least they got to give him a hand about it,
But I mean, he can't even do that himself. But
I took that off for you, by the way, that button, because
you got to hand it to the guy. He, by himself, after all of that, designed a drum mechanism that he could sound. Now, when you listen to a Def Leppard sound, the drumming is not the same.
Right.
The beat is off a little bit, but they've managed to incorporate all of that, and he's doing it with one hand and 2 feet. Barefoot, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of the drummers on here were playing barefoot.
Only because they could feel the pad under their feet better when they hit the kick drum. And they have more spring in their foot when they do it.
Yeah.
Instead of having a heavy shoe, and you got to lift that heavy shoe, it gets fucking tiring after a while.
See, I want to know who's in the thing, though.
I want to know.
Right. Let me click on this article.
Sure.
But it's not. Why are you doing that to me? Don't do that to me.
I mean, while you're looking at that, I think I'm getting pink eye.
I mean, who could tell?
Yeah. I don't know if I got one of your dark hairs in my eye. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Yeah. So. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to take a 5-minute break, but we're going to roll on.
That's right.
Roll on highway. Roll on along.
I mean, do you need an eye wash or something?
I mean, I'd like to have one of those.
I could throw my coffee in your face if that would help. Yeah, because we're friends and all.
Let's just get to a sad story. Maybe the tears will wash it away.
If I was prepared for this, I could have given you my eye wash for my contacts.
Well, sure, some saline solution.
Mm-hmm.
Never hurt anybody.
Play me.
Yeah. What's interesting to me is always how different each drummer was. Like you look at Max Weinberg from the E Street Band, he plays side stick instead of regular stick like this. He plays with the side stick. And a lot of guys, that's how they learn. Now they could switch back and forth, but to me, I never could do that because I could never get the power slip. Out of the wrist to do that.
Okay. That's not it.
Okay. I mean, I'm not too worried about the specifics.
Okay. Well, I was trying to give you some drummers that were actually in it, but I
think it's. I seen the previews for. I never watched it, but
it's good. It's good.
Is it Taylor Hawkins in there before he died, or no?
What band did he play in?
I mean, Foo Fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the drummer for the Foo Fighters.
Yep.
When Dave Grohl's not the drummer for the Foo Fighters.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's in it.
Yeah.
Sparingly though, obviously they probably wanted him in there more than they got him in there because of it.
He's a great drummer, and he had to impress. Dave
Grohl
is a fucking monster.
Pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good drummer.
So when you can impress Dave Grohl and then you go on tour and you impress the fans, you're in. Because then he played with a shit ton of other people too.
Right.
Because he was such a great drummer. He would replace guys. He would touch the mic, It's time for cupping mics. When we're touching the mic, you have to be nice and easy.
Super sensitive.
That's right. That's why we're easy like Monday
Stop
morning.
touching it. Stop touching it.
That was cupping mics.
That's right. But anyway, I thought I'd mention that because I watched it.
I want to see that. I'm a big Buddy Rich fan, like the way they used to play back in the. But jazz is yes,
my jazz hands.
Well, I mean,
I'm not old enough to listen. I know jazz is.
Jazz is the reason why it came from jazz is because jazz is ever evolving. It's never one beat and then stop the song, another type of beat, stop the song. All the beats are in the same song.
Right.
You just go from one beat to the other, and you have to make it seem seamless, along with the saxophone, the bass, the guitar, the trumpet, and it's all integrated. That's why jazz players and jazz drummers are very good at switching. They're always do it.
That's when they mentioned whatchamacallit from Rolling Stones, because the song they were featuring, Symphony of the Devil, it starts off and he's at like 108 beats a minute, but slowly during the song he speeds up and you don't notice it. It's such a slow progression that by the end of the song he's playing at 130 beats a minute and you don't notice it as the consumer to the ear. Like the only reason you would notice it is if you play drums and that's what you were listening for.
Right.
You're like, wow, all of a sudden he's speeding up. Why is he speeding up? But it's such a slow progression.
I think it's second verse after he does the please allow me to introduce myself. Once he gets to second verse, it starts going up. You just got to listen for it. But there's another song that does that too. And you're like, why is he so off? And then a minute or two in, you're like, oh, okay.
Yep. Because they're about to catch up.
That's right.
That's why. They're about to catch up. Yeah. So,
I mean, drum facts. That's what we're here for.
Fact drums. That's right.
Everybody's played on the old Casio, the old Casio. You never had a Casio?
I had a Casio, but my sister would steal it and play, was it taps from Big? She watched him do it on the big one, and all of a sudden now she could play piano. Yeah. And then she figured out a 3-note, and she would just go up and down the keyboard for an hour. And then I went out back and smashed it on a tree. So I don't listen to that shit anymore, and picked up my guitar and played something like a real man.
Shit. I can see that.
Yeah, I got comments on that the other day from a special lady friend. You're like, you haven't played the guitar since you moved in here. I'm like, well,
that is true. You haven't strummed the old what happens. You know
see, when the wife moved out of the house, I went crazy. I got amps and a Stratocaster, and we were going to start
a 2-man band.
I was blowing the fucking windows out in my my alone house.
That's right. You were pulling Pete Townsend.
That's right. I never played like that.
The windmill?
No.
Why not?
No, I did play the downward, but I couldn't. Listen, I can't. My arms are only so long, bud. Right, so I can't have that.
Thank God you're catching that image, because from here it looks like.
Well, yeah. I mean, sideways it looks different than frontways. But
side what? Oh.
But I can't, like when I was in high school, the big trend was to lengthen the strap as long as you possibly could.
Yeah, so
because it was Nirvana-ish, right? It was get down there and play down by your knee. I don't have that long on arms, so especially with an acoustic. Then, but when you take that strap and you lengthen it like an acoustic, then you look like Melissa Etheridge, and I'm not.
I mean,
coming to your window. You know what I'm saying?
Why not? Come on inside.
I don't like the light of the moon.
All right.
It makes my dark complexion lighten, and then I don't look like I speak Spanish anymore. I should just learn Spanish and then just
stick with the basics. Like most stuff.
Accept it. Just That's accept it.
Mira. Stuff like that.
I just want to learn the cuss words, and then I can act
Let me tell you something, pendejo.
Right, and then I can act like I'm a shocked English speaking person when they get mad at me. Like, what? I was told that meant hot dogs. That's right. I really want a hot dog. I'm just
that you need to know is something o prima numero dos. I mean, press
number two for Spanish. But listen, I should learn it because of how often we're around people in our company that speak it.
You do get asked a lot.
Like if I have to go down to the Miami Fort Lauderdale terminals and I have to actually speak to somebody,
like the difference is when they come to me, they go, do you speak Spanish? And when they go to you, they're already halfway through the sentence before you have to go. I don't speak Spanish.
I think they can see it on my face.
Yeah, you're kind of like,
because they walk up and you're just like, and then they're like, wait, do you speak Spanish?
It's a major difference because they know I'm a gringo. They can tell I'm a gringo. They walk up to you, they go, by the way, they're halfway through their last week, tonight, I did this, and, the reason why I pick on it is twice. Maybe, I think 3 times. Maybe at least twice on the phone.
On the phone, yeah.
Come on, exchange here, and all of a sudden you hear Michael go, I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
You look like you have a face that speaks Spanish.
But I say it like I'm very disappointed in myself, so that makes it better. I say it like this. No, I don't speak Spanish. And I look down at the ground like I'm totally disappointed in myself. And then they feel bad for me, and they go, "Oh, okay." And then they switch to English. Yeah. See, a lot of people don't understand, but a lot of things I do are calculated like that.
That is true.
Because I can look at him and go easily and go, I don't speak Spanish, and they'll be like, "Oh, this guy's an asshole," or I can be like, "Yeah, I don't speak Spanish." Like I'm totally disappointed.
The guy now feels sorry. And he has to,
Like my mom told me that I should probably take it in high school because I'm going to need it somewhere down the road, and I'm totally disappointing her right now because I didn't take Spanish and I feel like a loser. That's right. How I do it. That's my motivation.
And scene.
Right. And then what I get out of it is you on the other end of the phone going, I stick it. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, I just get a lot of pleasure out of it because I get to hear it live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like you get to hear it live when I'm fucking cussing the goddamn shukas or the trailers or whatever. And you're like, what's the matter with you? And I'm like, motherfucker. And I'm just yelling. And you're just sitting on the other end just laughing. You're like, what's the matter?
Well, I laugh because I will be there in less than an hour. Cussing at my landing gear.
That's right.
Because, why does it... Listen. Why does it have to be so hard?
I mean, get all that timestamp.
I mean, listen, Viagra is not good for landing gear.
Although, lube is. Because sometimes it's a little dry.
Lots of it.
It's a little dry socket in there.
Yeah. I had one the night before that would not come out of low gear.
Oh no!
So and it was 4 inches taller than my truck, right? So and because the shaft was bent,
you getting?
It wouldn't come out of low gear and go into high gear. Yeah. So I sat there for 25 minutes of shuka and my ass off. Mm-hmm. Just to
which pisses you off because it always happens when you're either A, in a hurry, B, somewhere where you don't want to go,
or the waves are crashing over the bridge. Or there's Mexicans on your trailer. We're not saying that to be racist. These are
true statements that come from a man.
That's right. That
had some issues. We'll just say
that's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we're trying not to mention any names.
That's right. This is where we cut this off.
That's correct.
That's also what the Jewish doctor said. Anyway.
That's called a moil?
The sacramental wine.
Listen, I know I brought this up earlier.
Sure.
But did you know that? No. Listen, look it up, people. I just as a visual for us Southern people down here, and I call myself Southern because I've been down here enough. That's right. Look, I got the.
He's not Southern. He doesn't eat grits.
Right here. That's right. Someone won the World Mullet Championship, and it looks like a 9 or 10-year-old boy. He's got the sweetest mullet I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've been around some mullets.
I've had a mullet.
This guy's got a blonde-haired, curly, perfect mullet with pit vipers on. And he's a little boy, and he won. I don't know what he won. No, I didn't really through the article, but I mean, I don't know if he won the sweet pair of pit vipers that he has. What's the matter? Is it creaking?
Yeah, you hear it?
Yeah. Well,
yeah. You were okay. I just want to make sure I'm not hearing things.
You were shooken. I just want you to look that up.
I'm gonna
just for a little tidbit. Make you laugh during the day, bring your spirits up.
Listen, I had a mullet. We talked about that.
No, but we all had mullets. I had the achy breaky. That's right. Achy breaky heart. It would take me just as long in the bathroom in the morning as my mother to do my hair, along with the mousse and the hairspray and the brush and the fucking hair dryer. All of it.
Emmett Bailey from Wisconsin.
That's right.
Officially nationally recognized as champion of mullets.
I mean, look at that 8-year-old kid's mullet.
It is a sweet, sweet mullet.
I mean, that's beautiful right there.
I mean, and he's got, in this picture, he's got the teeth missing up front, which is even better.
Come on. He's from Wisconsin. I would have imagined.
Wisconsin, yeah.
It was going to be in the lower 48s.
No. I mean, you got to keep the neck warm up there. I like this picture of him, though, wearing the pair of pit vipers and the old Milwaukee's best hat.
I mean, beautiful. It's beautiful.
Well, I told you, I went from the mullet to the rat tail.
Yeah, but you should never you never go rat tail.
Well, listen, it wasn't my choice.
What do you mean? You could have cut it off.
Well, yeah, but
hey, sis,
there was a rule at my house that you didn't cut your hair, off.
What if
yourself.
There was maybe a tragic accident where you just got ripped off?
Bud, we're talking about sister getting comb stuck in hair in shower, having to go to school with comb in hair till the principal sent her home, and then grandmother took her to the hairdresser, family friend hairdresser, who also cut my hair, right? And was told to get the comb out of her hair. They go next. My sister did it right though. She used some kind of special comb that was meant for the shower, so they had to go get a pair of bolt cutters from Ace Hardware next door.
What?
To cut the comb out of her hair, and then still couldn't get it out. And she came home with a bowl cut and a perm on top. Looked like a motherfucking permed mushroom. And she had hair down to her ass that morning when she left for school, and when she went to school the next day.
Was that the famous picture on the boat where she's got the short hairdo and
No, it's shorter than that. Like, it's shaved.
Yeah. Did she do
top.
that while your mother was gone, and then your father was like, "What the fuck? Why did you do that while your mother was gone?"
No, she walked in the day my mom got back. So my mom had just gotten back.
Oh, okay.
And my dad was like, "Yeah, I had to send her to get, her haircut to get this thing out of that." My sister walks in with this smile on her face, like, "Look at me," and my mom's like, "Holy fucking shit!" And just lost it. Like, and she's cussing at her mom. "What did you let it?" And so she called Miss Jeannie, who was the hairdresser, and she's, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "Listen, I used peanut butter. I used fucking bolt cutters. I used ice. I used everything I could possibly do."
What kind of fucking
it was
industrial
one of those. It was one of those, like, it was like this, like, 6-9 inches long, like this, right?
The kind they use on fucking Spaceballs?
Hold on a second. No. And then it had the wide.
See what you did there?
Yeah.
Thank God it's on camera.
It had the wide, really wide, thick
bristles. Okay.
And you're supposed to, I guess, use it in the shower to
comb. Along with conditioner or something, so it goes through.
Yeah. So when she called my mom and said, "Mom, I have a comb stuck in my hair," my mom goes, "Yeah, I don't think so. Go to school." Well, I mean,
that's a weird story to make up, though. You know what I mean?
Listen, this is my sister we're talking about.
No, I understand. I got my kids, stuck in a fucking. They broke up.
I don't know if she's wearing Keds yet.
She said she was.
I mean,
bongos
might
have
been. Yeah, she was bongos, keds, and flannel shirt.
I mean, I asked her if she ever wore Jordache, and she kind of looked at me. She said, "I would never be caught dead with that."
No, bongos from 579 in the mall.
Yeah. I know because I had a girlfriend that.
Yep, and cats, white cats. Mom, my cats are getting dirty.
That's right.
Throw them in the washing machine. No, I want new cats.
That's right.
And my mom said, "No, you're going to throw them in the washing machine."
That's right. Okay. Where me, it was like, "Hey, Mom, I'd like a pair of Reeboks or." Maybe some K-Swiss, and I got British Knights.
British Knights were the shit, though.
Yeah, but they were the poor man's.
And what? The poor man's...
The poor man's fucking...
Bro, I had British Knights pants. I had British Knights shoes.
British Knights pants?
Yeah.
White. I did not.
Those are my church pants. White cargo tight pants. Tight pants.
No. Oh, yeah. No, you look like fucking Wham. Wake me up before you go. Go with the white pants.
And a rat tail.
Please, for the love of Jesus. There's got to be a picture of that somewhere.
I don't think so. I mean, I have the videotape finally of me on the launcher.
That's gotta be bonus content.
I think what we're gonna have this Saturday is we're gonna have a nice bonfire.
No, and you gotta get that digitally processed over so we can put this online.
Digitally, how?
You go to some of these places over here that they take the VHS and they process it digitally to either put it on a CD or a fucking...
I wonder if I can do that with all my mom's old movies that I have on VHS.
Yeah, you could put it all on a whatever the fuck.
Romancing the Stone and whatnot.
I mean, that's a classic.
That's right.
It's probably on Netflix.
It is. Which is why I wouldn't waste my money on anything like that.
But we got to do that. But there is... listen, self-admittedly, there is a picture that I have destroyed twice. And there's one left that is of me in a pair of fishing boots, like the galoshes, the green John Deere green. Remember?
Yeah, like mud
boots.
Yeah,
they came up to my ankles, just like everything else. You see, because I'm short, and I had curly hair. I had no shirt on, and I had short shorts from like the ABA basketball.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on the front porch in front of a trailer. So. You want to talk about Canadian white trash? That's still out there.
Which, by the way, I got to ask from...
and I had a fucking a safety halter thing with a cord. So I was tethered to the fucking porch because I would like to run into the road. You know what I'm saying? So, I have a leash on. And just picture this. Canada, 1980, 81. That's right. I'm going to find the picture and I'm going to put it out there.
You also said that you would post your Beanie Baby.
Listen, I still have a Goldberg Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
That's right. Things that we admit online and on audio and video.
Hey, listen, if I had a Beanie Baby, I would admit it, but I don't.
Well, you had a rat tail, so that's kind of...
I had a mullet. Well, first I had long hair.
I did too.
First, I had long hair, like real legit, down mid-back long hair.
Mid-back?
Mid-back.
Never went that high.
Yeah. And then that got too hot because I started playing sports. And then Mom said, well, we'll bring it down to the mullet stage.
You didn't go like, what's his face in that show there where he had the big old fucking Oakleys, he had the mullet. He played in the baseball.
No, I didn't have fancy sunglasses. No, I was one of the ones that the baseball players had that flipped up.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. They would flip up, and you could play in them because they were flipped up, and you could see perfectly fine. And then if it was basically for stadiums that were open, right, and the sun would be at a certain angle.
Question.
And then when the fly ball went up in the air, and you're like, oh, shit, I can't see.
Fly ball.
And you flop them down, and then you can see. But they look so cool, yeah. That's right. Well,
Now, I have a question. Mm-hmm. Is that the little black marks underneath your, does that help?
Yeah, actually does.
It helps with the glare?
Yeah, because it pulls the light away from your eyes and focuses it here.
So when you're looking up to find said fly ball,
yeah,
you can find it.
It gotcha. Helps. Genuinely helps.
I mean, you see some people wear it, some people don't.
Well, see, we used to be, you take a little shoe polish.
Oh God!
You take a little bit of shoe polish and you. But now they have little fucking stickers. They're fucking stickers that you just stick on your fucking face. First of all, back in our day, a sticker wouldn't stick to your face if you sweat. Oh, yeah. Now they do.
Shoe polish.
And then you can also have, like a design on it. Like a lot of the Florida State, like cheerleaders and stuff, will have those stickers, and
then they'll have a little number.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Very interesting.
I mean, modern technology, but we just use little shoe polish, Right on the face. Go to war. That's right. Some guys would put it down the nose.
Why?
Oh yeah, just to look badass. Badassery when you're 8's badassery. You know what I'm saying?
No. No. You look a little silly. You look like your mascara's running after you're doing the walk of shame.
Well, at the end of the game, yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Like when my
high heels in one hand and the purse in the other.
Have you heard that story about my grandfather? They had their anniversary party, and he was going a little gray, like me. And he said, well, he only had the mustache, and he said, well, I got to dye this, but I'm not going to actually dye it. No, this is Papa. Italian. Right? So he said, all right. So he took the grandma's mascara and just, dyed it with the mascara.
Touch of gray?
No. So every time then, of course, but in that culture, it's like French. Kiss on the cheek, what have you, right? So everyone was coming in, thank you for coming. Hey. Get some more. And then when they back up, they had mustache mark. Mustache mark.
Beautiful.
Mustache mark. And all these women are going to the bathroom and they're going, oh my God, where did I get this on my face? And then they got to wipe it off.
Grandpa, you got a little messy.
Yeah. He left a little bit on every woman that night. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, giggity. He was a player. He's not. Sorry, he wasn't a player. He was
not
a lot.
He was not. In fact, my grandmother thought he was a player, so when he asked her out originally, she wouldn't.
That's right. I heard that story.
Yeah. He had to put in some tan.
Yeah.
But then again, she's from Sicily, and old school. So you ain't just coming here to ask me out and think I'm gonna go dancing with you. I mean, allegedly.
It's probably
now
nothing like that.
Now, little teenage girl meets new boy on phone. First message: show me your tits. Excuse me.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. No mystery. No romancing.
That's right.
No, none of that.
That's right.
It's just let's get straight to the point because we ain't got time for this.
That's right. Because
you only live once.
Because we're going to meet another girl at midnight, and then we're going to do this all over.
Right. I mean, back in the day, it was harder to be a player. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You had to
no cell phones.
You had to put in the work.
Pay phones. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You could. I mean, listen. At a pay phone, you had to find change. You had to assume that it's the table. It creaks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Up on Cripple Creek. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had to assume.
You had to assume that the handset was neither A, full of bacteria, or B, riddled with diseases.
Wait, pause that conversation right there because young people will never know the experience of picking up payphone. First of all, greasy.
And then you had to
and then you look at it and you go,
yeah.
And you rub it on your shirt to get the schmutz off of the phone.
Yeah.
And then you can do, and then hello. And then, like women do the hover on the toilet? You did the hover on the phone. Like you never let it touch your face.
But sometimes you forgot and you just,
right.
you're holding it like this.
And then you put it here and then you put it between your, put it between your shoulder and and then, to hold it. And then you're like, oh. And then you hang up the phone and schmutz on your face.
Schmutz on your face. Yeah. And disinfect it. Now they didn't have we didn't listen.
Yeah,
back
we didn't have the wet wipes.
Purell.
That's right.
That's right. You have to go to the bathroom. And hopefully you can find some soap and water and just like wash the side of your face.
Like his toilet seats.
Yeah. Or if you were...
Wait a minute. That makes so much more sense now. I don't know where it comes from.
If you were like New York City, something like that. If you could find a clean booth to get into and it didn't have any bum piss or rags or miscellaneous garbage,
right?
And you'd be like, I have to make a phone call. I don't have a choice,
right?
So you put in the cleanest thing was the quarter that came out of your pocket.
That's right.
You just click and then, or if you called collect, that was nice.
Yeah. Some people would use a pencil.
1-800-COLLECT, right? And it would say, okay, please state your name, so that
right.
And then it would call the person before it say, would you accept the phone call from? And you would go, Stephen. and it would say press blah blah blah. So they would press 1 and accept the phone call, and the charges would be reversed to the person getting the phone call. So the thing was to get the message out as fast as possible, so it would charge anybody. Would you accept the phone call from? Come pick me up. I'm at so-and-so's house. So he'd be on the side of the phone. Would you accept the charges from? I'm so-and-so's house. Click. Oh, all right. So they're at so-and-so's house. Well, so we're going to have to go. That was the thing to do. And never mind the rotary. This was back in the day we had push button. The rotary phone. I know you're young, but you've seen the rotary phone.
I used a rotary phone.
Where it was 0.
My grandmother still had one in her house. Yeah.
1, 2.
Because every time we'd go over there and we'd get in trouble, I'm going to call your mother. And we're all like, fuck, she's going to fuck that ringing up when she... And then she would get sick of trying to dial it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And back in the day, you used to take the handset off the phone.
And lay it on the desk. And then when people would call you, that's right.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That was the hold my calls.
Yeah. My grandmother was famous for that. Yes. Especially when the cordless phones came in.
And then...
She wouldn't hang it up. And then you would call her, and you could just hear Wheel of Fortune in the bathroom. Yeah. It wouldn't even ring. You just the phone would beep. Yes, I'll take M for 6,000, please. Meme. And you can hear her go, "Oh, no, that's stupid. Why did you choose that one?" But I mean, you heard her like she was like this way back, and you're like, I'll just walk over. Yeah. Because I live next door, so you're just like, just walk over. You'd pack cigarettes anyway.
That's right. Or you'd sit there talking on the phone. You'd have to go, because we had abnormally long phone cords. But then, after about a month or so, they would get so tangled up that you'd go to walk away.
Right.
And here comes the fucking phone with you.
Right.
Because the cord is so fucked up.
It would snag. Yeah.
You walk away and go, I got to go to the fridge. Kicking. Oh, That's back in the day where you have to remember phone numbers.
That's right.
I still remember my fucking childhood phone number from my house.
Yeah. 694-5872.
819-844-2421. That was, I mean...
My grandparents was 694-4087.
Yeah.
That was right next door. 245-9191 was the shop, but that was always a shop.
245 was a Bellevue number.
Yep, 245-9789, I think, was my aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
So
landlines, people.
Landlines. Yep.
Don't have that no more. Now we bitch. Now we fucking bitch because we have to drop calls somewhere.
We have the audacity driving down the road. Fucking phone, and then you'd have just all you gotta do is just press a button and it calls back.
It calls right back.
Hello.
Yeah.
Come pick me up.
I remember my dad got his first cell phone. It was a bag phone.
Yeah, the Motorola.
And he had to put that tiny little antenna on the back of this truck, stick up maybe an inch above the top of the truck.
Yep.
And you'd have to go on top of the fucking hill to make a phone call because we're in,
that's right.
in the valleys. You know what I'm saying? In the peaks and the valleys, we're in the valley.
That's when they were analog phones.
Yeah.
So you could hear all the static
big old
and everything.
Fucking headset.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. And you only had like fucking...
I liked playing the Beverly Hills Cop theme song. Boop, 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 boop.
That's right.
Who are you calling? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just calling somebody. That cost me a lot of money, right? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I remember my dad having one, and dude, when they gave it to you, you only got something like 100 minutes.
That's
and
it.
And then everything else you had to pay for.
It would cost you a shit ton of money.
Yes, it was very expensive. So
even 911 would cost you money. Like, it wasn't free.
My dad's bag phone was the only phone that worked out in the middle of Marion Oaks at the time. And so everybody would want to use his phone. And they did for the first month or two. And then after that, my mom's like, hey, listen, this is a $1,000 phone bill here.
Yep.
So then it was really fast, call the Tower House, talk for 30 seconds, hang up the phone. Like he would count.
I need this and this and this.
And this. Yeah. Click. I'm sending my son up there to get this, and this. Okay, yes, put it on tap. Okay, bye. And then hang up. And it was like that. It was rude. And then he didn't trust me. So when I left, the bag phone stayed at the job site.
That's right. Because you'd be calling.
Hey. Yeah. What up, girl? Yeah. I'm on my phone.
Where you is? I'm driving down the road.
Not like I had anybody call that time. 16, but
Plus, they made sure they had to be home. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the funny thing was that every time I would leave in my dad's pickup, the particular neighborhood we were tiling a lot of houses in had a back way in. You had to take it was their quote unquote construction entrance. But basically, you needed a good winch and a 4-wheel drive. And he's like, just go out the front entrance, don't go out the back entrance. Okay, and right out the back entrance. So, all the tools,
terrible,
all over the place. When I got back, all the tools all over the place. Yeah,
you had to be a dick.
You screw up as a kid a lot. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah. What's this dent in the truck? Oh, right. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think we talked about this before. How your dad used to always have the wrinkles in his forehead, and you're wondering how you got that. Yeah. Now why is my dad's forehead?
Well, why he was so fucking stressed, and he would tell you to just get out of my face.
Yeah, just
get out of my face. Now we know.
My dad would be, you're fired. Go sit in the truck.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're on the truck just staring out the windshield because before cell phones and shit.
That's right.
Right. And then he'd come out 20 minutes later. What the F are you doing in the truck? Well, you told me to come sit in the truck. Get your ass to work. Okay. I mean, am I still in trouble? I would go out there and clean his truck and then steal all his change under the seat. That's what I would do. He would send me the truck.
Nice.
So he'd get back in the truck. He'd have a clean truck. He's like, "Oh, thanks." And then I'm like, "Yeah." And I'd hold up a bag full of change. Like, all right, I see what you did there. $28 in change. It's more than you pay me an hour, sir.
That's right. I'm going to get me a pack of cigarettes, a couple,
Well, I didn't pay for my cigarettes back then.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah, I stole them.
That's terrible.
I mean, you can't buy them at 16.
I mean, you can't buy a lot of things. Can't buy me love. Can't buy a pack of cigarettes.
That's right.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm. But you can kind of sort of sign up for the military.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to sign here, and I promise I'll be there when I'm 18. I promise. Maybe 17 and a half.
That's an Article 15.
That's right. I don't know if they really held it to that. But yeah.
No.
So mullet kid, huh? He's even got his own baseball card.
That I didn't know. See, I should read the article. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 2020 U.S. Kids Mullet Champ.
Listen, this is the first time I've heard of the actual mullet championship. Mm-hmm. And if this kid is this year's winner,
mulletchamp.com. Okay, gotta look now.
No. Mm-hmm. That's down the rabbit hole.
That's fine.
My God. Mulletchamp.com.
There must be something wrong here. They fuddled me. That's not a real baseball card. But yeah, I see what you... Yeah. And this one kid's a redhead.
Does it have previous winners?
Well, there's this one kid that's a redhead. The other kid was a brunette, right?
No, he's blonde.
Okay, well, then this is the mullet champion because the other one is not. That's in a video. Oh, my Jesus. That is one hell of a mullet. Yeah, he's still Wisconsin. Yeah, so they must have dyed his hair because it's same name, same whatever, but in the other photo, he's a brunette.
Well, he was sort of strawberry blonde,
No, the other one is a brunette.
Okay.
No mistaking, he's a brunette.
All right.
But, U.S. Mullet Championship.
Can't believe it.
I mean...
We're deep diving
into mullets. I mean, Fox News, Milwaukee. I mean, there's a whole chairman and everything of this association.
Come on, man.
Just telling you what I'm seeing.
I know what you're seeing, but I'm telling you what I'm not believing.
I mean, first annual,
Oh.
So, I mean, not a whole lot to compare it to. It's not like someone winning Mr. Olympia and going, but am I as good as Arnold was?
Right.
Right. This is the kid that everybody's going to compare to. Right? You're the,
That's a hell of a bar to meet right there.
You're the Indian outlaw.
I mean, maybe half Cherokee and Choctaw.
That's right.
I don't know.
That's right.
Fucking mullets. Folks, there's not much to talk about in the news today except for Mullet Kid. And, of course, the, Dow Jones.
Seidel Kershaw.
Who? That's his name?
No, it's not.
Oh, I was going to say.
No, this is a new
Sammy?
Well, I hope. I mean, I wonder what Sammy Kershaw's doing today. Sammy Kershaw from
I'm sorry?
Washu?
I mean,
listen, I'm going to
use your words. Spell it out.
That's right. Wausau.
S-A-U. Oh, Wausau.
Okay, Wausau, Wisconsin. Yeah.
It's Indian.
Took home the top prize in the teen division.
What did he win? That's what I want to know. Well, koozie.
I mean, they don't say that.
Some hair products.
They don't say that. But you're gonna laugh when you see the picture of the teen.
No. How many contestants is what I want to know. Does it say? We weren't going to talk about this.
I gotta. I can't. I gotta. Hold on. Let me go to images because maybe it won't move. I mean, here's a picture of Joe Diffie with a hell of a mullet.
Joe Diffie always had a hell of a mullet.
No, okay, good. So,
come on,
teen mullet champion.
That's right. We're doing live release.
Images, and none of these images are him. What in the F, man? This Microsoft shit sucks. I want my Google back, but it won't let me download Google.
Why not?
Because it's racist.
I mean, there's a video of this kid giving you the mullet eyes and throwing down the pit vipers, like, you know what I'm saying?
Nice. Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You know what else hangs low? My fruit roll up.
Yeah. Whoa.
Do you see the teen now?
The teen one is Camden Kershaw. Yeah, no relation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fucking sweet mullet.
Yeah. He's got the wave in the hair, and he's got everything. I mean, it's not just the spiky on top, and the long and back.
This kid is though,
long, flowy.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
right, perfectly coiffed.
That's right.
This kid,
Johnny Cash
got the
on
spiked,
top.
like the faux. What are the faux hawk? They just kind of yeah, and then the mullet in the back, pit vipers. Chunky as hell. His name is Emmett Bailey.
Yeah, Emmett Bailey's a kid.
Menominee. That's where he's from. It's Menominee. Wisconsin.
That's right.
Yeah. I wonder if
hold
on a second.
This description is going to be awesome to put into YouTube. Today we talk mullets and payphones.
This kid is so badass.
How bad is he?
He goes by one name and one name only. Samuel. And he's from Skiatook, Oklahoma. I mean, this kid right here. I mean, he's badass. That's a badass. He looks like fucking Butthead from Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. That's a very Metallica mullet right there.
He's a finalist, though.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. He didn't make it.
You didn't have enough today, kid. We'll see you next year.
He didn't have enough guff to pass through the mullet test. That can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be right. That's not Courtney Cox. I mean, come on now.
I mean, maybe if she's sick. I mean, I just watched 3,000 Miles of Graceland, and that doesn't look...
That's not... I'm sorry. Ain't no way.
Is she sickly? I mean, read the story, bud.
That's after she takes off her makeup. There's no fucking way, man.
Well, she was like 40-something when she was in Friends.
No, I get it. You know.
So she's like 80-something now.
No. Jesus.
Friends went off the air in what, 2000?
She's got to be, mid-60s. She's late 50s. And Jennifer Aniston is 55.
But she's hot.
Well, I mean.
Always.
I ain't going to deny that. Yeah. Ooh, hold on. It says to side scroll here. You know what I'm saying?
Courtney Cox is 58.
See?
Yeah.
We have Mikey from Randolph, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet mullet. Sweet mullet. Hold on. Whoa! Did you say you had the step by step?
I did. I had the steps.
This guy has all of it. He has the total package.
Nice.
The mullet with the steps.
See, that's where I was at right there.
I don't know if
and then I went to Red Tail.
But I mean,
no, they can't see that. But
you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the long hair, and then Mom said, "Well, let's step that down to a mullet." And then when the mullet got too hot, it was let's step it down to a rat tail. But when I got the mullet, I got the steps. There you go.
This is what I had,
and I was fly as shit.
And I don't want to admit that, but that's what I had.
It looks like a banana bicycle seat, like from the 70s, where the whole padding goes up the sissy bar. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
That's what I had. I had the achy breaky. Maybe a little bit shorter here.
There is nothing achy breaky about that. That is.
Okay, let's not call it the achy breaky. Let's call it the all gave some gave all.
No? I would say it looks like painted pork rinds, but
painted pork rinds.
That's right. because of the curls, right? But
that's bad. Yeah, I had that. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen,
Listen, there's a photo. Wow,
are we diving down mullets now?
Yeah. His name is Fisher.
Fisher,
and he's from Hilliard, Florida.
Hilliard. Yeah.
I mean, that's a sweet.
That's total Megadeth Metallica mullet. Yep.
That's right.
I don't have to have it in my face, but I can still headbang.
That's right.
All right, that's not good for the audio.
Well, listen, it's all immersive. Wow,
that flips around, right?
It does?
Yeah, it flips flat. Because it's a tablette.
What do you mean it flips flat?
It's supposed to flip flat. It's a Chromebook.
I mean, okay.
Yep, see?
Oh, look at that. I mean, that guy right there.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is there's so many iterations of a mullet.
Right.
You got the nice clean shave on the side.
Yeah.
You have the step by step,
Then you have the sweet fade.
A sweet fade. Yep. And then you have the long one. You have the curly one.
Yep.
You have it's just fantastic.
Some mullets, though, are getting close to just having long hair with bangs.
That's right. And that's our national winner.
That's right.
Mr. Caden Kershaw. No relation.
Mm-hmm. I told you think he was...
Holy shit. This guy got the name, got the mullet. His name is Cash. And he's from Ulysses, Kentucky. And my sweet Jesus with the red hair. It looks fake. It looks like it's a wig.
He's the next spokesman for Buffalo Trace.
I mean... What I want to know is I want to get on the frequently asked questions, and I want to know if pit vipers are mandatory for said championship.
I don't know.
All wear pit vipers.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's because what we did in the 80s, they now do in the.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. All right, so I guess that's the end of the scrolly scroll. Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's just a your basic mullet.
Yeah. He's just a basic batch.
USR Mullet Championship. That's the official title of the
USR. I wonder if everybody got participation trophies.
I don't know.
Because they wouldn't have in the 80s.
Listen, I don't care what they bring back from the 80s. Some of it needs to die and stay in the 80s. What happens in the 80s stays in the 80s.
Right.
I don't mind the little shade, the ones that look like the back of an IROC Z shade things that they wear.
Yeah.
And maybe the neon colors, but leave everything else, back there.
No guitar piano.
Let die. What? No. No. What the fuck was that? It's called the keytar.
It's a Casio with frets.
Yeah. Would they call it a keytar?
It's a keytar, right.
What the fuck? And I run. All that stupid bullshit. Flock of Seagulls. Now that's a fucking hairdo.
Yeah.
Look up Flock of Seagulls lead singer with the thing there. It's Flock of Seagulls hairdo. Look it up. Come on. Flock of Seagulls. Specifically in the And I Ran video.
Flock of Seagulls hair is the third. What the fuck? That motherfucker looks like Ace Ventura. What in the like? He's got horns and then it swooshes down like a waterfall.
That's the Flock of Seagulls hairdo.
And as he gets older, it just all comes. It's like Donald Trump. It just all comes from the back.
From the back. Yeah.
You know exactly how he styles that, right? He gets his hair wet and starts drying it and lays flat down on the side of the fucking bed and then flops over and then.
A lot of Aquanet. Lots. Yeah. Mom, don't light a match. Yeah. Every time you gotta come back up because the blood's rushing to your head, you're like, okay.
Because listen, same friend of mine that we talked about last week that had the dog incident.
Yeah.
Used to have about 10-inch long hair.
Whew, that almost went south there.
And we would, he would put on visor and then lay on the side of the bed with his head hanging off and spray it with hairspray until it was stiff and he could stand up and it stuck out the top. And it was blonde dyed about 4 to 6 inches down. No. And then was black.
He looked like a fucking troll doll.
Yeah. While wearing glow-in-the-dark rubber pants that were baggy. They weren't tight. They were baggy.
Okay.
And a shirt that says, "If you see the police, Warner Brother." And it had the Warner Brother symbol on it.
Classic.
Yeah. And we would go to the strip club.
No.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, though, he got a lot of attention.
He did.
Because of that.
He did. Yeah.
Because of that.
Uh-huh.
Because, they either said, I don't understand why he's wearing that in public, so he must be either crazy or a cool dude. Or what in the fuck? Let's go talk to this guy.
I worked at an geotechnical engineering company at the time, right? Doing all the lab testing.
That's right.
And I brought him to work with me one day because he needed a ride to work at like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and I had to run out anyway.
All right.
So I gave him the tool, and I told him, I said, here, break off all these plastic casings around these cylinders so I can, whatever. Right. And I went in the office to go talk to the
You're
office
taking
manager.
core samples of asphalt and all that.
Well, that was cement, right? Cement. But he, break the things off. I got to go outside and talk to the office manager. Well, unbeknownst to me, I'm talking to the office manager, and the fucking engineer walks by me. He goes, now he's really dry. I mean, I've tried telling him 1,000 jokes, and he's just blank, 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 and then back to his whatever. So he walks out, and I hear the door open. I'm like, oh, no. And then I hear the door close, and then I hear the door immediately open right back up, and he walks in. And he walks up, and he goes, he doesn't go, who's in there? And then he goes, what the fuck is that? It's his exact words. And I said, oh, that's my friend, such and such. He needed to borrow my truck today, so that's why he's here, to borrow my pickup. Mm-hmm. And he just right in there and closed the door in his office. Just closed his door. Yeah. Like it wasn't a who is that or why is that person in my lab or anything like that. It was, what the fuck is that? And then walked in because he was wearing that exact outfit.
Yeah. I had a friend like that who used to love to wear Zubaz pants.
That was back in the days when you'd listen to Rock 105.9.
Yeah. We didn't have that. We had one radio channel, and it came from Maine.
In the Canada. Yeah. And it came from Maine.
Maine.
Wow.
So it was coming down the mountain. Right. That kind of shit.
Right.
Zubaz pants. The that kind of shit. MC Hammer pants.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then the Oakleys.
My sister had a pair.
Well, I mean, moccasins also as shoes. Moccasins everywhere we went. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I just wore the BKs, man.
I wore kids.
No, I didn't wear kids.
I thought you said you wore
BKs and Reeboks.
I'm not proud of BKs. The Reebok pumps, yes. That I was proud of.
I pumped them up too much, though, and... oh, shit. Because the first thing that happened when you got pumps is you went to class, and the other guy with pumps said, let's see how many pumps we can both get.
That's right.
Before it becomes uncomfortable.
My ankles hurt, but,
Right. Well, no, it would only squeeze on the tongue, so it pushed down on your foot.
Yeah.
It wasn't circumferencing, really.
Yeah.
It was tie it like nice and loose and big so the laces look perfect, and then you can until the shoe fits. Which really was just the tongue getting fatter.
The shoe fits,
That's right. Anywho.
Listen, it's been a very educational show.
That's right.
We learned about mullets.
In the age of mullets, I'm glad that I don't have one.
No. I'm glad that it's nice and short and, No sweating. Could you imagine the sweat?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Behind the curls.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Ooh. No. Good. No.
Good thing is we turned the lights off so we wouldn't see a raccoon eyes today.
That's right. That's right. That's what happens.
You should learn to wear open glasses, sir.
Open? What do you mean open glasses?
Open glasses. They don't need to touch your face to block the wind. They just need to be there. Open face. Like fighter glasses. Then you wouldn't have raccoon eyes. I mean, ask me how I know.
Yeah, but you don't have to wear them because you have a stupid little fucking
I said stupid windshield. What? I said what? You still have to wear glasses, homie.
Not according to one of our friends.
Listen, my contacts would be fucking dinosaurs in my eyeballs if I didn't wear glasses. Okay, I
can't see. Goddamn it!
Right.
Listen, all I was saying is play us out.
Listen, if he doesn't need glasses, that means his windshield's too tall. And on that note, it's time to go.
Mm-hmm. Windshield's too tall.
That's right.
Windshield's too goddamn tall.
It's too high. Too goddamn high. Which is why he drives an old man bike.
That's right.
Okay. Have a good Monday, fellas and ladies.
See ya.